Andrea was asking, kind of that space between aggression and invasion. The Russian deputy foreign minister said today that it was clear from the things that the things that you guys declared to be non-starters that the U.S. underestimates the seriousness of what's going on, which sort of states the obvious that the Russians see their pressure, their military pressure, as leverage to get you guys to take them seriously and make moves. So I wonder, do you anticipate that they will take some further escalatory step to try to shape your behavior? And do you have any plan to take such a step of your own during the talks to shape their sense of the seriousness of what's going on? Because it seems like, I think this is what kind of we've been asking about, there's an asymmetry here where you have the leverage that you have and they have the leverage that they have, but it's much more convenient for them to use their leverage than the U.S. to use yours. So,
Joel, what I would say is I wouldn't underestimate the leverage that the United States has, the leverage that collectively we have. And I think that's the point. The United States has a lot of leverage when it comes to the Russian Federation. We have a whole lot more leverage when it comes to the Russians when we're working in concert, as we are with NATO, as we are with the EU, as we are with other partners, including Ukraine. So yes, the Russians are the one with 100,000 troops on the border. But the Transatlantic Alliance, in tandem with our partners, we have forms of leverage, many of which we have mapped out and we have discussed extensively in various fora with our European partners and allies and others that we're prepared to use. So the Russians, there may be the idea out there that the Russians are the only with leverage. I think that misunderstands what we have available to us and what we're prepared to do if the Russians aren't willing to back down.
Are you going to do anything, during the talk? You've outlined leverage that you'll do if they invade. I'm saying, are you going to do anything? Because they seem to think that they can do things within the process that will change your behavior. Are you guys going to do anything practically, militarily, security assistance going, over the next weeks that will shape their risk perception?
Well, one of the most important things we've done is to make very clear what the consequences will be. And of course, that is, part and parcel of our communications. But it is also part of our strategy of deterrence. We have not shied away from the fact that the Russians will face these consequences if they go forward. And that is to make very clear that we are serious about deterrence. We are serious about defense. So we have talked about the sanctions and economic measures that we're prepared to implement together with our allies and partners. We have talked about the defensive support that we are prepared to provide Ukraine above and beyond what we are already providing to Kyiv. And this year, we have provided more defensive support to Ukraine than any year since 2014. And we've also talked about the measures we are prepared to take to reinforce the eastern flank of NATO. These are all steps that we have made public. We have undertaken, as I alluded to before, a great deal of consultation and coordination in private to discuss specific measures that would impose unprecedented costs on the Russian Federation, all with an eye towards deterrence and defense. Kylie.